Maggie, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc today. What do you think happened when they able to get some of the open looks?
I just think my teammates started to move the ball a lot better. They found me open. They were driving, and we scouted that Georgetown tends to overhelp and bring people with them, so they were just able to find me a lot easier this game, I think.
For both of you, another slow start this afternoon. What do you guys think you need to work on to not have that happen again?
That's a good question. I think the last couple losses have all started because of a slow start, because we get ourselves in a hole. And I think we need to come out and be ready to play. Like, a lot of this is mistakes that we shouldn't be making, and we know we shouldn't be making them. So we just got to lock in and be ready to play from the tip.
For either of you guys have a week in between your next game at Maryland. What do you think is the focus, or should be the focus in practice this week to get ready for that game and try to break this losing streak?
I think obviously our start in practice, so we're going to have to start our drills better, because a lot of times we have to redo drills because we're messing up or not locked in. And just Maryland's an aggressive team, so we're going to have to get up in each other. We're going to have to go at the practice guys, just raise our intensity and be ready for all the physicality that Maryland brings.
Also get on the boards and be able to defend the drive. I feel like a lot of the open shots are coming from getting driven on and getting kicked out, so we just got to lock in on that.
This is what you guys mentioned, physicality and rebounding. Georgetown outrebounded you guys 22-12 the first half day. What do you guys think needs to be done to fix that and get the rebounding battle back to even?
Just got to box out. It's about toughness. We're being soft in there, so we got to clean that up.
And I think we have to send everyone to the basket offensively and defensively. The guards, myself included, we're not always crashing and not always finding our box out matchups.
For either of you, Caroline today 3 for 6 from 3. I know she's kind of been struggling a little bit the last few games. How good was it to see her kind of get going in today's game?
Yeah, I was happy for her. She's a great shooter. She's got to find her shot, get it open, and take it. So I was happy that she got those shots today.
And her making them obviously great for her, but also for us as a team, because it makes people have to come out and guard her a lot further out, which makes everyone else a lot more open and makes her be able to take those shots and also get the assists, which she's also phenomenal at.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, first thing I would like to say, thank you to Georgetown and to Northwestern for being able to play in an autism awareness game that I think everybody's touched by at some point, or both teams, families, and I just appreciate them being partners in this, and our own university. This is, I think, 15th or 16th time that we've done this, and it's something that's really, really important. And we had some community members today that are affected come out, and they get to experience a college basketball game, their day, and their families. That doesn't happen to them all the time. There's a lot of things that go the other way, their day, and so we're just glad. Like I said, we can. We have the ability to do this and maybe make somebody's day better. So that being said, the game itself, we got out-quicked, out-rebounded. Georgetown played really well, shot it really well in the first half. We couldn't, I thought in the third quarter we got it down. We're down 15, 16, 17. I don't even remember the score, but, where we had opportunities, and that's where we couldn't turn them over. We couldn't, get stops we needed. They scored, and like I said, they played extremely well. We got to find players that want to rebound the basketball and that want to take good shots, and I think we have that, and we just got to get it right. So today, we got to recover from tough starts, and it took us till the third quarter to do it. It was too late.
Coach, can you talk about the decision to start Alana today? You see we're making a lot of subs throughout the game, so can you talk about some of the personnel you put out there today?
Well, I think we're looking, the Loyola game was disappointing also, but we had chances to win that game 3 or 4 times in the fourth quarter. So we're looking maybe to shake things up a little bit and just see if we can get maybe people to sit back and watch and then come in and give us a spark. So, that was why she started, and she has a scorer's mentality. We've been struggling to score the ball.
Coach, you mentioned sparks off the bench. Casey Harder, 25 minutes today, 4 straight games with 20-plus minutes. What have you seen from her in these minutes that's given you so much trust in the first year?
Yeah, she's smart, and she's tough, and she's physical, which we got to find people that are willing to do that. She didn't shoot it well today, but she's been shooting it really well. I think you're going to see a lot of, and she's versatile. She can play 3 positions, and so that's the things that she brings to the table: high basketball IQ and great attitude.
Yeah, sure. Coach, 10 different scores today. As my colleague spoke about the different scores. How has having a deep bench helped you guys rotate?
Well, hopefully that's a great point. Hopefully it didn't help us today, but it did when we came back. The group that started the third quarter, Claude got us back in the game, and I think it's certainly going to help us down the road. We start Big Ten play this week, so there's nothing. You better be ready to play, the next couple of weeks. So I think getting them minutes and getting a little confidence that they can score, will help us.
Coach, obviously now on a 4-game losing streak. Mel, the last 4 games has kind of felt like she's been a little off offensively. How important do you think it is to get her going, and what do you think you could point to that's kind of the reasons for her struggles right now?
I wish I knew. I don't have a great answer. I think what happens too, and we see it with Kelly Walsh, and when you go out and have a couple big games like they did, you become the target of the other team's defense. And Mel didn't play last year, but her coming back, people are taking away her strength. She's got to find more shots within our offense that are good shots, because she can make them, and she's a scorer. So I think she's seeing people challenge her, and she's got to respond, and I think she will.
You talked about having a good third quarter, but it's the 4th straight game where you've been down double digits really early on. What do you see as the reasoning for that, or have you been able to sort of diagnose, is it one particular thing that's not happening early on?
I think we seem to be waiting around defensively, and that's been, we saw it with Loyola. Belmont and Florida State are teams that play. I wouldn't be surprised if either one of them made a deep run in the NCAA tournament. And we competed with both. We just, we got to be a lot more physical, number one. Defensively, we got to rebound the ball. And then I think that'll let us get out and run a little more and get some easier shots. We've had a grind in those 4 games. I feel like we were getting good shots, but maybe they were rushed. So I think all the above, but the big key is us coming out ready to play defense and ready to rebound the ball against Maryland Sunday. So.
Yeah, Coach, as we kind of talked about, you got a week off for Big Ten play, a little bit of a chance to maybe rest and recover from this 4-game scheme here. Aside from the fast starts, is there anything in particular that you're looking for the team to work on?
Well, this is a tricky, as you guys know, too. This is my 16th year at Northwestern. This is finals week, too. So, you know, this is not it's not an easy week for our players. I don't want to, you know, depending on their schedules too, which varies. You know, you want to focus on that, and then, you know, as you get done finals, because of our quarter system, we're very different. So actually from Monday, when we get back from Maryland, you know, to Christmas, 21st, we play the 21st. You know, it's the one stretch we have where they have no academic commitments. It's pretty much, you know, that's when we got to get a little better too, so we have more time in the gym with them. And you know, our quarters start early January, where most schools in our league start 3 weeks into January. So they're doing 2-a-days, they're getting treatment, they're sleeping in. You know, I remember we beat Iowa when, like, January 2nd. I was telling some of the Iowa players were laughing, or not laughing, but we were joking. I'm like, we got class when we get back at 8 o'clock the next morning, and we still got a bus back from Iowa January 2nd, 3rd. So it's a different schedule, and you got to be disciplined. And you know, that early January for us, you're in the heart of Big Ten. So, you know, the one stretch we have where we got an opportunity to get better is, I think, you know, at the end of this week into, you know, we go home for Christmas. Just been my experience with, you know, and we've had teams that have handled it extremely well, that have had, you know, won Big Ten championships, had great runs in January. So, you know, hopefully we'll use this to get better. So you guys understand what I'm talking about. It's a tough week from that standpoint. So I hope you guys come out of it okay. All right, guys, thanks.